Hello, you beautiful people. What's going on? It's Officer here, and welcome back to the car showcase video. In the last one, I showcased to you guys the how to make a Tahoe. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a Ford Mustang, or if you want to be technical about it, like a Mustang kind of Charger hybrid, if you want to say that. I'm just saying that by the taillights, because this vehicle kind of is a mix of a few things. This is based off of the 2018 Ford Mustang. It's the Dominator GTX. It's going to cost you about $725,000 from Southern Superdrive Super Autos. So without further ado, let's just get into making this video. I know it doesn't make much sense because we're playing a sheriff, and this looks more like an LSPD vehicle, but I digress, and let's get into customizing. Okay, so right away you're going to see that there aren't that many modifications that you can make, but we'll still go one by one as we do traditionally. Now there's also a few variations that I'll show. You can make it fully unmarked, like a full white Mustang, or you can make a mark like this. I'll show you both variants in this video. So first off with the armor, we're just going to leave it at none. As always, traditionally, brakes, again, we'll keep it at the stock because we don't want to have this police car get too much of an advantage. That'll be a little bit of a waste of taxpayer money. I also put down with the stock front bumper because why not? If you prefer any of these other ones, then by all means, please make sure that you select them. It is up to you. Engine, there's a few options here. You can customize what's underneath the bonnet. Of course, I'm not going to bother with that. And the engine tunes, I'm just going to keep it at the stock, and I'm going to buy an upgrade, so I just want to make this as fair as possible. The exhaust, again, just the stock exhaust. You can choose some other exhausts as well. I believe that this one might be a little bit sticking out, but any other ones might work just for you. Explosives, you know my policy on that. Fenders, we'll do the stock fenders. You guys can also select the body arches if you really like a wide body style. That is completely up to you. Most wide body Mustangs are usually civilian variants, but I'm sure that there are a few unmarked ones with the fenders like that. The grill, I put on the tuner grill because some of the other grills, I mean, I think it's more preference. This one looks a little bit more sporty, but the other ones, it's completely up to you. Usually I put this grill on here to simulate what a ram bar would look like. The bonnet over here, I'm just going to put on the stock one. There's other ones like the carbon one. There's some ones like this that are painted with your secondary color. But again, it's completely up to you. It's your preference. The horn, what horn are we going to use? We're going to use, of course, the police horn. The lights, of course, we keep it traditional. Neon lights might be a little bit extra, not so much standard issue. Of course, when you buy this vehicle, these two things should be filled in. You will not find this on the streets. The mud guards, I just put it on default. The VAV mudguards, it's up to you. Of course, I don't think it looks that good because it looks like it should go off-road, which is not how a police interceptor of this nature should be. The plate, of course, we're going to go with the SA exempt plate. The rear panel, put it on the stock. It's completely up to you, though. I just like to keep everything universally, like the main color. Respray, now this is obviously where we can split ends here. The primary color I choose usually is just a carbon black. Black is a little bit too dark, and a little bit higher than that is a little bit too light. Carbon black has a good pearlescent, which makes it shine off the proper way. And of course, for the secondary color, I put ice white. I don't know why it's all the way down here, 60 out of 75, but it's, I mean, I think frost white looks a little bit too dark. Cream is obviously cream, so I'll go with the ice white for this. So I was about to say frost white. Crew emblem looks pretty good. If you want to put it on there, it's completely up to you. I do think it looks very nice in this vehicle. That's why I decided to choose it, because the crew emblem looks super good. Also, we've got the roof here. I put on, if you want a marked variant, you can also just have an unmarked variant and take off the decals. I put this secondary striped roof here just to simulate that LSPD or whatnot style. I know this car doesn't make much sense because it's black and white with sheriff on the side. You can make it look like a highway patrol vehicle as well. It's up to you. This vehicle altogether will save you 439 grand. Skirts, I just put on the stock skirts. If you have any other skirts that you prefer, by all means, don't hesitate to put them on there. I feel like if you have the color style I have right now with the black and white, these skirts might be a little bit too abstract. The spoiler, I don't really mess with it because some of these spoilers are just completely ridiculous. For instance, I mean, this one looks like the most calm one, but I still wouldn't recommend putting a spoiler, even though it does give you a little bit of a traction boost. Suspension, I always keep it the same. Transmission, it's completely up to you. Turbo, I never use it because it's not fair. The wheel type, we've been over this in the last vehicle, if you guys do remember. We go to the Mustang, we put on the Fally, or you can put on the Spooner if it's an SUV. This is no SUV, but if you think the Spooner wheels look nicer, by all means, because everyone likes to use these wheels, and I think that they look absolutely aberrant, so it's up to you how that wants to do. I believe old school would be functional as well if you do prefer how these wheels look compared to these. Completely up to you, your choice of preference. Just make sure that the wheel color, of course, is what? It's black. Because any other color looks weird. Or if you want to put on some other whims, you can keep it to the default. It's completely up to you. Windows, I always just like to go a tint down from the default, so just want to let you know on that. And there you guys have it. That's the marked variant. Now, I mean, maybe if you want an unmarked variant, I can just improvise here because I don't really make that many unmarked variants. You could just change the classic color to be what the other one was. So, for instance, if you want to have an ice white thing right here, you can just put an ice white thing. And if you want to, this can even be your sheriff mode right here. Completely up to you, however you want to see it. If you want it to be a fully unmarked vehicle, you can always change the wheels. Sorry about that. To whatever, well, maybe high end might work, whichever one you think looks good. I mean, honestly, I don't know how these would simulate unmarked. I would probably keep it a muscle. But again, preference is yours, and of course, if you are going to make an unmarked variant, first of all, just make sure you customize it how you like, and you can always just take it off like that, and there you go, there's your unmarked vehicle. Completely up to you. But anyways, we're just going to drive this bad boy in the streets, a kind of a mixture of a marked and unmarked variant. We'll just see how that works out. But of course, if you guys do enjoy the vehicle, make sure that you do leave a like on it. I will try to push out a few more vehicles like this, and as for outfit videos, I've not really visited my main account that actually has an online character in at least a year and a half, so I do apologize for that. But if there's any questions you have, make sure that you do not hesitate to ask, and if you'd like to see any other videos like this one, make sure you leave them down below. With that being said, guys, I'm Officer, and I'm signing out.